in partnership with CommSec.
More trouble in the Middle East overnight with a response from Iran that didn't really amount to much in the end, but that could be the end of it according to Donald Trump. But what does this mean for the numbers? What does this mean for oil prices, etc.? Tom Piotrowski, hello to you. What do your numbers tell you this morning?
Well, Pete, to that important point that you make around oil prices, at this time yesterday morning, there's a lot of anxiety and disquiet about what it might mean for energy prices in the near term. There was some expectations that you would see oil prices perhaps moving towards $100 per barrel. We initially saw the US futures open up in early Asian trade yesterday with a modest bid. They were up by about 4 to 5% at their best levels. But then in the hours since, we have seen oil prices jump around a little bit. But at this moment in time, they are 9% lower than where they were on Friday. And that is an important outcome in terms of just creating some stability in other markets. And indeed, when it comes to the prospects for economic activity in the near term. I know I'm speaking dispassionately about some grim circumstances, but from the lens that the market applies, this is the important outcome. The supply of energy, its price, its ability to get to where it needs to be. These are all important considerations. And then on top of that, I suppose, on the spectrum of what could have happened, we have seen the markets relieved to an extent in relation to the scale of the response to date, and that has also seen a little more optimism in the market. So it was a choppy session in Northern Hemisphere trade, there's no question about that, but you have seen US markets recover from negative territory following the aftermath of the missile attacks and end at their highs of the session. So the Dow Jones up 0.9%, the S&P 500 up 0.75%, the Nasdaq up by about 1%. In addition to that, there has been a growing chorus of US Fed officials who have been talking about the prospects of a rate cut in July. And that has been supportive for stocks as well. So all of that ladders up to a gain that's expected for the local share market today, Pete. The futures are pointing to a gain of a little under 0.75%, which is almost a little bit surprising under the circumstances. But sure, one weak spot will definitely be the energy space, given that 9% decline in oil prices that I mentioned. And you've also seen the Aussie dollar trade as low as 63.73 US cents overnight, but it has recovered as the US dollar has waned again, an indication that the tensions that were there a day ago have dissipated following the latest iteration of exchanges between Iran and Israel.